What is the difference between SSI and a 401k plan? I'm sure if I wanted to get into the weeds of the pros and cons and do all this research, I could present all that. But let me go off of personal experience and what I've seen. So SSI is something that's been taken out by the government, and they are sitting there saying that that money is going to be there when we retire. Yet now we are hearing that they've spent the money in other things. It's going to be bankrupt by 2030. It's not going to be there for the rest of us, but yet we all continue to pay into it. Now let's go over to the 401k plan. The 401k plan, big business takes the money out. They're going to invest it for us because there's very minimal financial education around the 401k plan or any financial education. So, it's better, like you're better off to do something, which basically is the 401k plan, but then your money gets tied up and held until they determine the age that you are appropriate enough to take the money out. And you hope that the money that you've put in there has made you an 8 to 12% return, even if it has not kept up with inflation. I think personally that anything that you lose access to in your life for your choice, your decisions, is not a good thing. We've seen how it's panned out over the years, with them taking more and more control and us getting less educated as far as these things go. And the one thing that we can all do, if you want to make an investment towards your retirement, financial education is the best investment you will ever give yourself, and not to lead or be led blindly to think that it is as easy as them taking this money out and you are going to have the ability to retire. You will have the ability to live on a fixed income and probably barely be able to survive. You're not going to be able to have a quality of life. If you wanted to travel, you wanted to help your kids, all of these things lead to a fixed income. So if you want an investment on your return, invest in your financial education. Do not follow these plans blindly. I am super frustrated because the 401k plans that I am currently in have been losing money over the last several years, and they take their fees out. I can't do anything else with them. They're locked up until I'm 59 and a half, or I go through a crisis that they deem merits me taking that money out. It's like I am a grown woman. And again, we just allow them to tell us what to do. And it's nobody else's money. So who gives a dang if I were to take it out early or not, or put it into something else, like roll it into Swan IRA with Bitcoin. That's what I would do with it. And I don't think it's any different. Everybody's like, oh, that's risky. Bitcoin's a scam. Find out and figure out the financial system that we are currently in. Go down that rabbit hole. Learn about gold and how everything was backed off of gold and how paper is an IOU. Go down that rabbit hole and then learn about Bitcoin, and then tell me that it's not something that gives us a chance. And the more people that own it and the more independent we are with our finances, the better off we are as a society, and the stronger that we are. We are all struggling financially, living paycheck to paycheck and hoping that somebody's going to swoop in and save us. And if we all just did a little piece of the pie as far as financial education and helped one another, we would be so much better off than expecting these governments and these big businesses to fix our issues, when most of these issues have been created by them, not us. Unity is huge. Community is huge. So I want to wrap up there because I could talk for hours about the importance of financial education and being involved and engaged in your community. But just take your piece of the pie and educate yourself and figure out what works best for you and your family. And not everybody is going to be on the same plan or the same journey. My personal opinion is, after learning, and what works for my life is not the 401k plan. I don't put in it anymore. I drip into Bitcoin through Swan. That's what works for me. I don't get anything from Swan or anything like that, except I believe in them. I like that on their channel, if you were to follow them, they do financial education. Go to any of these other places that are taking out our money and follow what they're telling you. There's not videos on these financial educations. You don't believe in Bitcoin, but the reality of it is people behind Bitcoin want to educate. They understand the history of money. It's a rabbit hole, people. But anyways, I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Take care.